Hello guys, I am on my way to go grocery shopping. I just finished grocery shopping for the week, and while I have to admit I hate shopping, like every kind of shopping, grocery shopping, clothing shopping, any kind of shopping, hate it. It was really nice to go shopping without my children. I got some me time. If anything this week has taught me, I need to focus a little bit more on taking care of myself so that I can care for the people in my family from the outpouring of my spirit and not the bottom of the barrel. That's where I've been for several months actually. Day one is done and it definitely didn't go as planned. Instead of getting up and having my already made breakfast of egg bake in the morning, I had to go with JD to the junkyard to drop off our junk boat, which was actually really entertaining. I got home and it was 10 o'clock. It was time for my snack and I hadn't even had breakfast yet. I combined my snack and my breakfast and my snack was supposed to be a protein shake. One of the ingredients in my protein shake was oat bran, and the flavor of this protein shake was called banana bread, and it actually tasted like banana bread. It was really good. Maverick came along and pulled the bag of oat bran off the counter and he dumped it all over the floor. It was a mess, and in my mind I was thinking, why am I doing this? I don't have time for this. All this meal planning and whatnot. Like, oh my gosh. But I made it through the day and I'm not hungry. It's kind of amazing. Usually by bedtime, JD and I are like, it's time for our second dinner. Let's have a snack. But I'm not allowed to do that. One of my highs for this week was at breakfast this morning. We were eating some leftover egg bake and JD goes, wow, this is actually really yummy. And I said, are you surprised that healthy food is actually yummy? He said, I'm starting to realize that eating foods that fuel my body is actually kind of important, and that food isn't just for my enjoyment. And I was like, yay, JD's getting on board too. But let me tell you, I don't think he's ready to give up his Oreo cookies yet.
What does it mean to fuel your body?
Fuel your body? See, fueling your body, do you know how a car, we need to put gasoline in our van for it to drive?
Yeah.
And we have to put diesel in the bus for that to drive?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the food that we eat is kind of like the fuel for our body. That's what our body needs to keep going. So today I'm fueling my body with egg and peppers and tomatoes and spinach. This is fuel for my body. I'm fueling my body with this. What are you fueling your body with today?
And I am fueling my body with oatmeal and pears.
Oh, yummy.
Another one of my highs this week was actually having a meal plan already planned out. So it was nice to, when it was mealtime, especially dinner time for my family, I could open the cupboard and say, okay, here's my printed meal plan, here's what we're having for dinner. It's just already planned. I don't have to rummage through the fridge or rummage through my cupboards trying to figure out what to make. And let me just give a shout out to my mother-in-law, Lou. She's been staying with us and she has been a huge help in this transition of this new meal plan for me, because she has been taking care of meals for her and JD and the kids. My low for the week was that almost every night JD continued on with our habit of eating a snack or cooking a pizza after the kids had gone to bed, but he was still eating his snacks right in front of me, even though I couldn't eat anymore for the rest of the night. Day 2. I just got home from my book club. It's an hour past bedtime and I am hungry, man. I was thinking on the way home, I just really want a snack, but I can't. So I walk in the door and JD is sitting eating tortilla chips and salsa. But then you know what he tells me? Don't worry, I ate all the salsa for you. I'm sure one of your biggest questions this week is, how do you feel? I feel more tired than ever before. Honestly, I think it's because my body is going through some sort of detox of like all the processed food that I've been eating. My body is feeling it and I am feeling it and I am exhausted. But I can tell you what has changed this week. I have had to think about food a lot more than I ever did before. I always had those go-to meals, easy things, and I can't do those anymore. And while yes, I've had a meal plan and I haven't had to think about what I'm going to eat, I've had to think about, okay, here's my next meal, here's my next snack, look at my list, what am I supposed to eat? And I've just had to think about food a lot. When I sit down to eat my healthy meal, I don't feel bad. I don't really crave the junk food because as I'm eating my healthy meal, I'm filling my mind with thoughts of, this meal is good, this meal is fueling my body, and I'm gonna have the energy that I need, even though I feel really tired this week. I'm sure by week 8, I will feel way better. So I just wanna give you a little bit of a lowdown of how the Food Freedom course works. The course has a module, so each week she loads it with a bunch of things for us to go through. It included some videos of encouragement and videos with information for the week. Every day I've just been plugging along and picking up little nuggets of great tips on how to just keep moving forward. The module doesn't just give you, here's all your stuff for 8 weeks. It just slowly gives you all the information that you need, and I'm assuming that each week it's gonna build upon itself. My biggest takeaway from Brooke this week was that I was created to be fruitful. Fruitful as a mama, as a wife, as a person in general, and that I can enjoy purposeful work. I can't do that if I'm unhealthy and if I'm not taking care of myself. And this week, I have realized immensely that I have not been taking care of myself. Not just in what I eat, but just in how much sleep I get, how much I put on my plate. I have to admit, I currently feel really guilty. I feel guilty for leaving the kids home with JD, even though he was the one that said, I got the kids, you go grocery shopping. That's just really unhealthy. And so I'm trying to shift my mind this week in that it's okay to take care of myself. It's okay to take 5 minutes in the morning and make myself tea before I get my kids breakfast. So in the next week, mentally, I'm going to be working on taking space for myself. In closing, what did I do well this week? I drank my detox water every single morning. Woohoo! And while it didn't taste good at all like the first 3 days, today it's actually starting to taste not disgusting. I also followed the meal plan almost to a T. So I'm really excited that I was able to do that and not deviate. Except for when we went to the apple orchard on Saturday. Today was my first Saturday and it was kind of hard. My friend Jenna and I took the boys to the apple orchard. They sell 26 kinds of apples. And their barn has all this stuff you can buy. They have apple pie, they have apple donuts, they have apple turnovers, like all these sweet, yummy things that I can't eat. And it smelled so good and it was kind of hard, but we did have fun. But I didn't give in. I succeeded. I'm proud of myself. And what do I need to work on? I definitely need to work on getting more sleep. But one thing at a time, right? Thanks for following along, guys, and I'll see you next week.